Thanks for tuning in. This is Heidi Spielman, real estate professional with Heidi Spielman Dream Homes at My Home Group. And today I'm going to be interviewing Cindy with Cynshine Pilates and Integrated Movement. And I'm very excited to be interviewing her today because she has a very unique thing in her business that she'll share with you. And she's also been voted #1 in Gilbert for 3 years in a row. Please join me in welcoming Cindy. All right. Thanks for joining me, Cindy. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Yeah, it's a good day.
Fantastic. I know. A little cloudy today,
I know, but I can do the rain. The rain's not bad. So we had a
Right.
couple little drops here and there, so it's good. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to love it, right? So I just wanted to have you describe your business a little bit for us today.
So my business pre-COVID looked a whole lot different than it does now. When I initially started my business about 5 years ago, I wanted to mesh Pilates and yoga and some of my other modalities together. But since COVID decided to run havoc on everybody's lives, social distancing, I had to move my Pilates equipment a little further apart, and it just kind of ate up the yoga space. So I decided to let that aspect of it go. There's wonderful yoga studios all over the city. And so I decided let them have that. And I'm going to focus on what I do, which is the Pilates section, Pilates for neurological disorders. And then through that, then I also have other treatments that I do with people, scar release, which is probably, I kid around saying it's my favorite child. But it really is just with the results that I get from that. And then I use Reiki energy work and neurokinetic therapy, active isolated stretching. So I just kind of look at the person as they come into the studio and what do they need. And then we just talk about, treatment plans. So it's, they have a hand in it too.
That's perfect. I know we were kind of talking before about the scar release thing, and I think that is super unique. It's definitely something somebody wouldn't think of about your business. So yeah, I was excited to.
I totally stumbled upon that. I was working with one of my clients. She was a general surgeon and had literally came in just all hunched over and couldn't practice anymore. It was every time that she would just stand upright, she would get dizzy or felt like she was very nauseous. So I just kept going back to her scars, and I finally found the McLaughlin scar tissue release, worked with him directly, and made phenomenal changes with her. Her x-rays even changed so she became more upright, and she's in a much better place now. And through that process, then Alistair McLaughlin, who's the founder of the technique, he asked me to teach for him. And I became one of the first 3 in the world, and now we're up to 20 in the world. And there's only 5 of us in the United States. Yeah, so I'm just honored that I get to do this every day with this technique. So it's kind of cool.
That's amazing, right? Oh my gosh, that's really cool. Yeah. Well, the other thing you just said too was kind of like the stretching and stuff. So if somebody, because I work out a lot, and so sometimes, I might pull muscles and stuff like that. And I've gone to like a chiropractor before because he kind of specializes in, sports therapy, medicine, stuff like that. So is that something you can do as well?
I don't adjust, so that's like out of my pay grade.
Right.
However, the stretching, yes, absolutely.
Because I think a lot of it is stretching. Like I try to do yoga, but sometimes I feel like maybe it's not enough,
Right. And you may be stretching something that doesn't need to be stretched, if that makes sense. I mean, you can only take a rubber band so far and it's going to break.
Right.
And people, a lot of times I'll hear like, oh, my hamstrings, they're so tight. And they'll go in and like either massage or they'll go in and stretch it, but they're already in this long position and there's no more room for that to stretch. So through the testing that I do, the muscle testing that I do, it's called neurokinetic therapy. We can really, or I can just test to see which muscles are upregulated, which ones are just having at it and really chatty, and which muscles are not getting the signal that they need to be doing their job. And what's getting your attention is not where the problem is. That's just that's like, hey, this is hurting me. figured this out. And through this technique, I can kind of figure out which muscles are upregulated, which ones are downregulated, and make them play nice with each other. Yeah.
Ah, so I'll have
Yeah.
to keep that in
Mhm.
mind too, because I know
Mhm.
sometimes I've had like low back issues and
Yeah.
stuff. So
If you have
yeah,
a constant dig space, like, oh, it's my shoulder, it's my shoulder, it's my shoulder, it's
right.
not your shoulder. There's something else going on. So
So
just
it's just kind
that
of
away.
pulling at that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, how interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. The
that's
body is
really
so amazing. It's
right.
just amazing. Yeah.
Wow, that's really great. Okay. So what drives you to do what you do?
Yeah. Every day, like I was just driving to work today, I was like, God, I really get to do what I love. I've always been involved with physical fitness. Always, ever since I was that big, I wanted to be a PE teacher. When I was 5 years old, I want to be a PE teacher. And so and with through athletics and through gymnastics and just working with my teammates, I just knew I had to do something in this field. Well, once you graduate, right, and you start working in the school districts, you keep getting promoted into these other areas, and then you're far away from what gave you joy in the beginning.
Right.
And so then I decided, no, I've really got to go back to, because this just feeds my soul when I work with people and I see their changes melt on the table, or I see their changes as they're going through the Pilates regime. It's it is such a kick. I think I get a better. Sometimes I think I get a better experience out of it than they do sometimes because I get more excited for them. And it's just when someone can get off the table and say, "Oh my God, it doesn't hurt anymore. What did you do? It was magic." Or my
Right.
scars disappearing, and now I've got full range of motion in my shoulder. And it's not me, so it's like I want to take my ego out of it. It has nothing to do with me. These are just tools that I have in my toolbox that I'm able to provide to people, give them some homework that when they go home they can continue this. And then if it doesn't work, there's those 2 out of 10 times when maybe it just doesn't work for me, then I will refer out and give them to somebody else. And just might need a higher pay grade. It may need, the chiropractor. It may be,
Right.
something else. It may be something intestinal that's going on nutrition wise. And and I love to refer people out. I have those folks that I trust my clients to, that I
Oh,
know
that's
they're
cool
going to be
to know.
taken care of. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, great.
Mhm.
Okay. So where are you originally from? Because so many of us are not from
Oh,
here.
God, right. And I think I have moved so many times. So originally born and raised in Indiana. So I'm a
Okay.
Hoosier. Yep. Fort Wayne. I went to school at IU for undergraduate and graduate studies. I got to run the IU Fit programs as part of my master's program.
Oh, wow.
So it was a wonderful playground. I could do whatever I wanted and had the full support of that entire staff just to let me try new programs. It was wonderful. So yeah, born and raised Indiana, and then I have moved and lived everywhere. Mexico, Guadalajara. I was the first athletic director, woman athletic director, and for the American school there. Yeah,
That's
that was
impressive.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've just been blessed with all these places that I've been, and then people that have come in and out of my life, like Alistair McLaughlin, like Dr. Kathy Dooley, like Megan Coppell Duffy, that does the Pilates for neurological disorders. I just like collect all these wonderful mentors, and they're so giving with their gifts that you want to learn more. So my geekiness is always taking classes, always taking certifications, and I never not want to stop. I just want to keep learning. So yeah, life is changing, this industry changes, and I just want to stay on top of it.
I love that. I know that's the same thing for me. I love to learn, so you just can never know too much, right? So
Yes.
absolutely. So what are some of maybe challenges that you're dealing with in your business right now? It sounds like you might have already adapted, based on what happened with COVID and stuff. So
Yeah. So the challenges that are coming for me right now, being a small business owner, is that step to the next level of growth. And with that, I need to find people that are like-minded, that could come in and like teach for me Pilates, or do some of these other techniques. Like I can provide them the training and the certification, but I need people to take care of my clients because I'm only one person right now. I have had a couple of instructors that have come and gone, and but finding those qualified people that are certified in Pilates, and it doesn't have to be my style of Pilates. It doesn't have to be STOT. It could be just a program that has good quality anatomy based movements and the people that understand, what's going on with the body, especially with special populations, because a lot of my clients they fall into that category of maybe they're not moving as well as they used to. Maybe they just came out of surgery. Perhaps they have MS or Parkinson's or CP or scoliosis, and you've got to have people that know how to work with those different populations and allow them to have the best experience possible. So I'm kind of like narrowing my field choice down of who can actually teach for me. But that's kind of what I'm looking for, is those folks that can step in, because I need to get out and start teaching more and more people how to do this. And I need to make sure that my studio stays open for my current clients.
Okay. So yeah, that kind of leads me, I guess, into my next question I was going to ask you is like, where do you see, the future in the next year or so?
Yeah, so, and the next year is probably trying to solidify some solid people that can work and do some of the private sessions that I do, like learn how to do the scar release and have them have as much joy, because it is such a giving modality that will allow me time to travel and teach other people in the United States and even in Mexico. I will travel down there and teach it too. So I'd like to be mobile. I love to travel, but I also make sure I got to have my studio, my clinic running as well.
Right. For sure.
Yeah.
So then how did you, figure out that location there in Gilbert?
Really interesting. My brother him and his family have been they've been in Gilbert for like 25 years. And I would always come down and then, oh my God, the sky's so blue here. This is great. And he was like, every day. And my kids were like saying, Mom, just go where you want to go, where makes you happy, and the sunshine, the blue sky just had my heart. And so we started scouting spots, and he showed me Gilbert Town Square. There was nobody there. I mean, wow. It was empty. It looked like a ghost town. I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, this area is going to pop, Cindy. I guarantee it. Just get in, get it going. And sure enough, within the year we had, I've got neighbors on either side of me going up and down. And it's such a cute little shopping area. I love it. And my neighbors are great. So everybody helps.
So is there a favorite business there that you have nearby you that you frequent?
Right next door, I go to Mythical Coffee and they truly have the best avocado toast and coffee.
Oh,
amazing. And they're just super sweet. And then Casey next door on the other side of me, he's like my go-to, like, hey, what do you think about this idea? And he's wonderful. He does the karate stuff, and he's
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
and I have been down to Desert Monks a few times too. The brewery.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. So, let me think what else. So is there anything, exciting you have going on that customers should know about right now?
I have Black Friday's coming up and Small Business Saturday. So on my website, there'll be 2 really pretty good, significant specials.
Nice.
Not saying yes, but it could be possibly 50% off for a private session, which is a significant saving. So hopefully people will take advantage of that. And it's only available on the website. So they have to log in and do that. And then there's other specials that run too. So that's usually the go-to place for seeing what's new and improved. And anytime I take a training, like I went to one, it was a Juvo board training, which is think of a stand-up paddle board on the ground. Yeah. So it really helps with balance. And so I've incorporated that now into my Pilates classes, because as we get older, we tend to lose our balance, and we kind of need to, we don't go jumping on curbs anymore. Right. So it's just putting the body in those positions where you can use your core and your strength to maintain that balance, standing on one foot, maybe doing some yoga postures on those. So I love bringing in new stuff, keeping it fresh.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Well, so is there anything else you want to share with our audience today?
Let me think. We were just named Best of the Best for Chandler, Gilbert, and Mesa.
Wow.
We were voted.
Congratulations.
That took me by surprise. So that was for the best place for yoga, Pilates, and alternative exercise. And then we checked in at number 2 for best place to exercise. So there's a lot of people over 40 that are voting for me. So I like that.
Oh yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely going to have to come and join you there as well for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah,
And
I think you have some scars I can work on.
That's right. Yeah, and I'll get my husband over there.
Yeah.
That's right. All right. Well, thank you so much for sitting down and interviewing with me today. I really appreciate it. And I really enjoyed learning more about you and your business.
I thank you so much. This is wonderful. So thank you.
Absolutely. And then to our audience out there, thank you for watching. And once again, I'm Heidi Spielman, real estate professional with Heidi Spielman Dream Homes at My Home Group. And don't forget, I almost forgot, you need to tell us where people can contact you.
Yeah, so my website is Cynshine. So it's Cyn, that's my name is Cindy. So it's CYNSHINE, so Cynshine. .net, www.cynshine.net, or you can email me at info@cynshine.net, or call me or text 480-824-3776.
Perfect. Yes, because we definitely want to get on there and check out those Black Friday deals for sure.
Yes.
All right. So everybody make sure you jump on her website, because I know I'm going to for sure. So, and then always remember to shop local, and then we'll see you on the next episode, right?
Absolutely. Thank you so much. You're wonderful.
All right. Thank you. And I'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Bye.